Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about how God is testing your character, right? A lot of the times, we see ourselves going through unfortunate situations, things that sometimes we feel are unfair. But what I've come to realize in my 27 years of life is that every single thing that we are going through, God is using for a higher purpose, right? Everything, of course, you have to find the actual purpose in it. If you're just going through situations and you're not learning, you're just gonna keep repeating the same scenario over and over again. Maybe slightly different, but you're gonna just continue to go through the same thing over and over again, right? So don't mind me looking down. I just got my phone. I have a couple talking points. And what we have to understand is that test is a test of your faith and your integrity. What that means is when everything comes crashing down, who do you rely on, right? Do you blame the world? Do you blame yourself? Do you blame God? Do you curse God? Do you start going on tangents and you're just, that's it, life is over, right? No. Whenever you find yourself going through a difficult situation, what I do is I have to take a step back, right? I have to sit down in a place of solitude when there's nobody around, no music, no distractions. Literally, pen, paper, my Bible, and I just start analyzing. All right, what is going on? Where did I go wrong? What is this trying to teach me? Right now, let's say you're not living in accordance to God, right? Let's just say that you're just living your life however you want to, and now you're starting to know God, and now things are going bad, right? Because that's usually how it goes. Not gonna lie, for me, that's usually how it went. I was all willy-nilly having fun, being outside, turning up, whatever the third. The moment I started to get closer to God, that's when all of a sudden, everything's going wrong. I'm like, what is going on, man? I was making money. I was good. I was feeling nice. You know what I'm saying? I was having girls left, right, center. You know what I mean? The money was good. And now that I'm following God, all of these things are almost running away from me. What's going on? But that test is to take away all of the distractions, all of the things that are taking away your attention and your livelihood. That's what God is using that test for, right? So boom, you sit down, you analyze what's going on, right? For me, I was in a situation where everything was pretty much stripped from me, right? Except for the necessities, which I'm super grateful for. But I was in a position where everything got taken away from me, and I was left by myself. Just me and God. And at the time, like I'm pretty sure everybody does, I was, why me, God? Why me, right? Why me? And after a while, I started to realize that God needed to take me out of that life. God needed me to be in a season of isolation so I can work on myself, so I can work on my spirituality, so I can work on my skills. And on the other side, I came out even better, to the point where people that I haven't seen in 2 to 3 years, when they saw me again, they was like, wow, like you've changed drastically. Like there's something different about your aura. There's something different about you. And I take it as a compliment, because I didn't put all this work in for, not that you do it for people to notice, but it's always nice when people start to realize, okay, like this guy's actually doing something right. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's keep it going, man. Let me look down in my notes real quick. Boom. So within those tests, you have to stay true to your values, right? Are you staying true to your values under pressure? When things hit the fan, right? Are you compromising your values? Are you doing something that's not aligned with who you are? Like most people say online or like in the culture, are you willing to sell your soul? That's what it comes down to. We all have a set of standards and values that we live by. At least I hope you do. And when things get tough, do you compromise those values? Do you do anything and everything for a quick dollar just to stay afloat? And same thing. I found myself in a position where I was offered something that seemed lucrative, but it came at the price of compromising my values. And I couldn't do it. I knew that if I compromised my values, I could never sit in front of a camera like this and speak to you guys from a place of truth. So I refuse to compromise my values. And ladies, men too, don't get it twisted, but ladies, I encourage you, if you find yourself in a low moment, do not compromise your values. Don't compromise your values. Don't sell yourself short of what you're worth. Today we have the whole world telling you to showcase your body on OnlyFans and all of these things. Don't compromise your values, Don't compromise your values. Now, I'm in the fitness world, right? So I enjoy fitness. I'm passionate about fitness. And I 100% support the ladies who go out and work hard, and put in the work and build their body and teach other women how to build up their body. Because as humans, God gave us this vessel. And this is a vessel, right? And God gave it to us. And we have to make this vessel the best it can be. And that requires building up your body. So ladies, if you want to get into coaching, by all means, help other women. But don't sell yourself short. Don't compromise your values. And guys, when there's money on the table, but you know that the terms don't align with who you are, you have to be strong enough to walk away from it. And God is going to test you in that form. Are you going to pass the test? Right? When nobody's watching, who are you? That's a tough question. And that's something that I had to ask myself. And that's something that I'm always analyzing, right? Whenever I'm feeling like I'm deviating from the path, and I have to ask myself, who are you when no one's watching? Who are you when nobody's watching? Are you sticking to the things you say you stand on, right? The discipline, your values, your morals, are you standing on that? And if you're not, it happens. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm as flawed as they come. You know what I'm saying? But I continually strive to improve myself. That's what makes the difference. Boom. Another thing that's huge is patience and humility. When I'm telling you that I had to endure 6 months, in my lifetime probably more, but in the last patch that I can think of, at least 6 months, excuse me, my accent. 6 months of every day feeling pretty much like a little, I'm gonna be honest, a bit worthless, man. Because it's like you had everything. And when you lose everything, a part of you is just like your ego becomes super fragile, right? Where it's like, fuck, where it's like, damn, where did I go wrong? Or like, what happened, right? Your ego's a little fragile. So my ego was fragile for almost 6 months until like every single day it was a battle, right? But the one thing that I'm grateful for I was able to stay on my fitness, stay on my self-improvement. And that's what really helped me, you know? I was continuously trying to improve my skills, develop myself, get stronger, get wiser every single day. And now I can look back into it and realize it was like, wow, like I needed that. That really made a change in who I am, where today I'm just glowing different. You know what I mean? But that's always it goes back to that saying where it's like pressure makes diamonds or it busts pipes, right? When you have that pressure, when you're under pressure, and I mean immense pressure, when you want to quit, when everything is just piling up on top of you, are you gonna give up or are you gonna see the other side? That's a question that I had to ask myself. And me standing right here in front of this camera today shows that I came out on top. Not because of my own strength, don't get it twisted, but because God. Because when I needed it most, I leaned towards God. Even when I couldn't hear anything from God, even when it was quiet, even when I felt like I was just talking to myself and there was nobody in my corner, He actually was there. He just wanted to see if I am who I said I was, right? If I was willing to endure to see the other side. You know what I mean? If I was willing to go through that winter to be able to make it to summer, to be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And today we're here. With that being said, I want to end this on a high note. Whatever you're going through, whatever battles you're facing, analyze them. Realize that what you're going through is not meaningless. Everything has a purpose. But you have to analyze yourself. You have to look within and seek God. Always seek God. Don't make decisions when you're down, when you're low. Focus on improving your mind. Focus on improving your body. And continue learning. If you never pray, I encourage you to do so. And, if you need help, if you need guidance, if you need coaching, I do provide one-on-one coaching. It's going to be the first link down below. And with that being said, guys, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. There's going to be plenty more videos coming up. And I know you guys are going to benefit from this massively. So stay in tune. And remember, God is testing your character. Will you pass the test? I hope you do. I'm rooting for you. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right? Stay blessed.